events. Okay, so let's have a quick start of the session. I missed to forget the recording. Just give me a moment. Hello everyone, welcome to the next session of Master Oops Abab. Today is day number 10 and we are going to cover the advanced concept about the events. So today let's start with the static events, and I'm going to take one real life example to learn the advanced concept of the events, and then I will be giving you the assignment for the real life real-time SAP object related with the purchase order. I will explain that assignment at the end of the session. Once you understand the concept, please go through and complete that assignment. Fine, let's directly jump into the uh, SAP screen over here. What I'm trying to do it over here that I'm having the storage class where this event was the instance event. Just I changed that instance event to the static event, and now I want to show you what's the difference you will find when the event is instance and when the event is static. So only one difference at the technical level, what you will find over here when you are writing the program to raise the event, you know, to call this particular event raiser method, right? Display PO. So here you don't have to use this for keyword. This is the only uh, this is the only changes you will have to do. Okay, so the class, let's go and see the class. This is the name of the class. So let me copy this and I will put it over here, this class name, right? And geo event, this is fine because method and everything is same, and this also looks fine. So if you check the syntax, some error is there. What's the error? Let's see here. This is the static event, right? It's active. This is the static event. Here it also looks fine, and I have copied this one, right? Come here, geo event, display message. Registration should be before calling. That's fine. Check this. Method display message has been defined as a handler for the instance event. Okay, so what actually it's telling that this particular handler method, if you see, come here and go to the method. So here, geo event display message. What is this? This is the instance method, right? So what it is expecting, the event which, however, this event is what? A static event. So if you give this one also, see here, I'm just going to enable this and let's observe. Okay. If you see here, just to read it, the handler method is only defined for the trigger object class event, but the system attempted to trigger a trigger object. Okay, this is one another. Actually, what's the problem is happening, because I copied the demo 9 to demo 10. So here in the display message, here also we have to change, right? So go to the properties, and here we have to change the class from 9 to 10. However, linkage from different class is also possible, right? We can do so. I will show you, right? I will show you with the different class, event will be in different class, method will be in different class. That is also possible. Okay. Yeah, Sandeep, I will come to that part. That's not required basically. Okay. So if you check the syntax, click on this yes button, click on this activate, and now it got activated, right? Now come once again and check the syntax, and this time that particular error is gone. And here method display message has been defined as a handler for a static event, right? For not allowed, right? So this is what I was telling you, right? Because geo underscore event, the event which is now is what? Event is a static event. So for a static event, for addition is not allowed. You have to remove this one, right? And now if you check the syntax, can you guess what it is going to have? It will give you no any warning or message. So what's here? What is your takeaway over here? So here your takeaway is that if the static event is there, for is not required to be given, right? It is, you are not supposed to give the for. If you give, it will give you the error. Why? Because the event which you have defined, that is the static event, and that is applicable for all the instance of the class by default. You don't have to mention anything. Okay, so this is one point which you should know. And now if you run this one, it's going to work in the same way. Okay, so give some dummy value over here, and set handler is now, this has registered, this method is registered with that class automatically because this is your class, and event is static, right? So press F5, F5, and this is how we are doing. See, it's working properly, right? And PO not found. Hmm? Is it clear for everyone over here? Am I making sense? Are you able to follow me? Thanks for the confirmation. Other people, only Venkat and Prabhakar has confirmed. Other people, if you are facing any issue, feel free to discuss. Okay, because this concept is important in order to complete the assignment which I'm going to give you. Okay. Okay. So I didn't do anything, Sandeep. What I did, I just removed this for go event. Okay. I just removed this for go event because generally you remember, if you have the instance event, this is what the syntax. Okay. If the event defined inside this class is the instance event, and that if you want to register, then you know you have to mention for addition. But if the event is a static event, in that case this for is not required. That's the only, you know yeah, we were getting the error because here, if you remember, that for this particular method display message, I copied this particular class from the class number 9. So in class number 9, the linkage was with the demo 9 class itself. So I changed this linkage here. Okay? Linkage I changed. That's it. That only the changes I have done, nothing else. Okay. So hope now it's clear. Okay. Fine. So now let's go and see event with parameter. So here inside this event, you can put the parameter. So let's suppose if I want to pass the PO number, which PO number is not found, right? So here you can put the parameter. So I'm just going to give EV. It is always going to have the exporting parameter by default. Okay. So EV underscore PO, and it will be always, there are two types of parameters basically. Value, there are two types of parameter: pass by value and pass by reference, right? We already know this concept, pass by value and pass by reference. So in pass by reference, whenever something changes in the calling program, in the called method or called function module, for that particular parameter value will be changed, right? Because it refers to the memory, right? And in the pass by value, it does not happen like that. because in pass by value, that is the copy of the what value. It does not refer the memory. So I believe you already understand the concept of pass by value and pass by reference. So what I'm trying to tell, in event, parameter is always going to be passed by value. Here, by the way, you don't have any option for that also. But whenever we will be declaring the local class, that event, there you have to mention pass by value. I will show you. Okay. And here, this data element just gives uh, save the method. Some error, it's telling no value was passed by the mandatory parameter ev underscore po. Okay, no value was passed to the mandatory, so let's make it optional at this moment. Okay, just save it, check the syntax, and now because in this method, if you see that when I'm trying to, here actually I'm raising this. Okay, so here you can pass that value exporting, and ev underscore po equals to some value you can pass. So I am underscore po in this class also, I am underscore po I am getting, right? So this I am underscore po I can pass it over here, right? Save it, check the syntax, and now it's working fine. So even now in that event parameter, if you mark that particular event as what in parameter, if you mark it mandatory, because now I have passed the value over there, so it will not give me any error, right? Check the syntax, activate this one, got activated. And in the method where you are displaying the message, here also you can get that import parameter while displaying the message, right? And you can display. So let's quickly have the parameter here, I'm underscore po, and the typing method event parameter impo does not exist. Yes, that is true. So see, this is one again very important point. So here, if you see in the event handler method, right? In the event handler, which one is the event handler method? This is the event handler method, right? You can see here, this is the event handler. So in event handler method, you will not be able to give your own parameter, something like, ABCD, something if you want, you won't be able to give, right? You will be able to give only those parameter which is present in the event. So in this event, you can see that I'm having this parameter EV underscore PO. Getting the point? This parameter only you will be able to use inside the event handler method, because this is a special method. It is not a normal method, right? It is connected with a event. So whatever the parameter are present in the event, only that parameter with the same name you will be able to use it over here, right? So see here, I'm using the same name, and automatically system is so smart, taking from their EBL and all those things, right? So this is one point. Activate this one and activate this. And now let's go and uh, use this EV underscore PO inside the method. Okay. So come here, message PO not found. So PO name we can give it, right? Uh, so I want to give the PO name, right? So we should have one placeholder, or we should, because I want to display this message, right? So for that purpose, we should have a placeholder, or you have to concatenate all these things in a string. So let's quickly concatenate this. Concatenate PO, and just I will put it over here. PO and not found into data lv underscore message, and this lv underscore message. So just I have written like this, check the syntax, activate this one, and it will tell us that this particular PO is not found. Let's go and run the program. So run this program, effort. Let me activate first. Some error is there. Let's see what's the error. Yeah, so because a static event I have used, so it's not allowing the for, right? Now activate this one, activate this, and press F8, give this value and run this one. So set handler, now come over here. We are getting this time the parameter, right? IM underscore PO. This is the PO what I am passing, correct? This PO will not found, and certainly the raise event will trigger, and when I'm raising the event, I'm passing this parameter. And you can see that now in EV underscore PO, your value is coming, and this we can populate this. So PO EV underscore PO, I could have given one space over here. So separated by space addition, we could have given, and the not found would have been populated properly. So let me correct that quickly. So the message will be meaningful. Here just put separated by space. Activate this, and just run it quickly from here. Okay. And here PO, this does not found. So this is the PO which I'm passing, not found. So hope you got event with parameter in the global class. All these things I will be showing in the local class as well. Okay. So let's go into a local class, and there we try to understand how all these things we can do. And quickly, if you want to have a look over here, so here just you come and go back and go to the source code base. So you will get one idea how actually we can define, like, the event definition and all, how it is method for event of this class importing, right? So see, this is how actually this is a static event. So class events is coming. This is the instance method. So from here, like if you don't know the local syntaxes, you can click on the source code editor and you will get some idea from there, right? Fine. Go to the SE38, and here we are going to, click here we are going to create one more program. So event some advanced concept. Okay, all those things which I have seen and little extra using the local class. So whatever we are seeing into global class, everything is possible in local class, and whatever we are able to see in the local class, all those things is possible in the global class. Okay, just note this. So event in depth, come here, executable program, click on the save button, save, and click on this OK button. Okay, and now let's go and create a program. So let's define some class CL underscore main and definition, and in this you will be obviously having the public section, private protected section, and so at least one section you must have to give public section. Okay, so public section, inside this public section, what I'm going to do, let's enjoy this example. Okay, you have a dog. I don't know how to draw the dog. Let's suppose we have a dog. Okay, so when someone is hitting this dog with the uh, you know with a danda, okay, with some stick, then this dog is start crying. Okay, so what is the event over here? Can you tell me what's the event? hitting the dog is event, right? Hit the dog is event. So we will define one event over there, right? So you can define the events. You can define the static events like simply giving the events keyword. And if you want to define the static events, then how you can define? Just you can tell me class events you can do like this. Okay. For instance events, simply you have to give events, and for a static event you have to give the class events as usual. You remember class data, class methods, right? Class data is nothing but a static attribute. Class methods is nothing but a static method. Similarly, class events is nothing but a static events. So first I will show you the instance event over here, how we are going to do. And hit the dog is my what event. This event, let's keep it simple. Okay, I will show you how here you can get the importing parameter. And obviously you won't be able to raise the event outside of the method. That means raise event, you know, some object and event you will not be able to do, or maybe directly event you will not be able to do like this outside of the method. This keyword raise event you must have to write inside a method. So there must be a event raiser method, the one which will raise the event. So if you see here, in the last example, a display PO. Inside the display PO method, I was writing this raise event. This raise event you will not be able to use directly in the program. You can use in the program, but there also you have to define one method. Okay. So this you can write only inside the method. Outside of method is not possible. Raise event. Remember this. Okay. So whenever you have to raise an event, one method is required, right? So I'm just going to create one event raiser method. So it will be a normal method only. So let's give the methods, and the name of the method I will simply put it event raiser method, so that I can write this particular syntax. So event raiser, and that's it. And one normal method, one extra method, we can have some extra method. Okay, focus on the concept. Class, and one dog class is there, dog definition, and in this also you are going to have the public section. And what we are going to do, one event handler method we are going to define, right? So when you are going to hit the dog, what will happen? Dog should bark, right? So one method bark I'm going to define. For which event? For event hit the dog of the class which, what's the class name? CL underscore main. All right, that's it. So this is how you have to define the event handler method. Very easy, right? You can see that the syntax is easy, but sometimes we forget even the simple syntax. So what you will have to do, just press F1 and you will get the idea from there, as we do usually, right? Or you simply go and Google it out, you will get the idea. So come here. Fine. So it looks good now. Just save it. So these methods I have defined. And now come over here. Start of selection. Implementation part is missing, right? So we have to implement this. So how we can implement this? Class CL underscore main implementation and class, and class CL underscore dog implementation and class. right? So let's quickly implement some thing over there, right? Pretty printer. So in CL underscore class implementation, we are having the events this hit the dog over here, right? So hit the dog is simple event, just you don't have to do anything over here. Methods part we have to implement. So one is the event raiser we have, event. So method event underscore raiser and end method. So what do we will do? We will just raise the event. What event I have to raise? Hit the dog. Hit the dog. That's it. And here implementation bark method we have. So method bark and end method. Here we are going to write that dog started barking. Okay, dog. When you hit the dog, dog started barking, right? Color for pretty printer, check the syntax, some error, it's telling exception not exist, right? We are not using the correct syntax. So raise event, to raise the event we have this particular syntax, raise event, right? And now if you check the syntax, extra method also need to be implemented, right? So all the method in fact need to be implemented if you have defined it, extra underscore method and end method. So just dummy, nothing, I'm going to write it inside, activate this one, activate. And now under the start of selection and data, let's create one new object. So geo underscore event demo equals to new, what's the name of the class? CL underscore main, this is my main class through which I'm going to call the method. Okay, is it okay or am I going fast? Can you please confirm if the space is okay or you are able to understand? If you are able to follow me, just please write over. This is fine, right? Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so what I'm doing that I'm creating one object, and this object, you know, what is the event raiser method we are having? The name of the event raiser method, just I have kept this so that it will go and trigger the class. But can you tell me, is it going to work? Is it my this dog started barking is going to be triggered? Who will tell? Yes or no? Very good. Venkat got it. Other people, what do you think? It will not trigger, right? Because I have not registered the event. So how will I register the event? Tell me. Set handler. Set handler. What's the handler method we are having? This bark is the handler method, right? So set handler, and that is the instance, all right? You can see that this is the instance method, correct? Instance method. So how you will do? Geo underscore event underscore demo, and that's the bark, right? And uh, for, and then what it is, this one, correct? Copy this, paste it. Check the syntax now, and some error is there. Bark is unknown or protected or private. Let us see what's going wrong. So methods bark for event this of this class. Okay, CL dog, it is there inside the CL dog, right? So you have to see here. Here you can see that I will say here you can see that these are in two different class, right? The method bark is here, correct? And the event is here, right? Method bark is here and event is here, right? So in two different class is also possible. So this bark method is the dog one, right? So you will have to create the instance of the dog equals to new CL underscore dog, right? and pretty printers, check the syntax, and now there is no problem, right? Activate this one, put the breakpoint over here and press F8. So set handler, we are setting it over here, and now you can see that it's going to raise this, and when it will raise, it will call the method bark, right? So press F5 and you can see that it's calling the method bark automatically. You don't have to call explicitly, and here dog started barking, right? Got it? No, Raj, we don't have to have the always two classes. I have shown you with the single class also, right, Raj? In AC24. In the same way, in the same class here in local class also we can do. Not required to have the two different classes, right? Not required. All these methods which you have over here, you can put here inside the dog itself. These events, methods, and wherever I'm using off-cl underscore main, you can simply use off-cl underscore dog. Same class reference, you can take it, right? Okay, so you got this point. Now here, suppose if you want, what you want to do in this method, let's suppose you have hit the dog 5 times or 4 times, right? So you require a parameter. So in local, how you can get it? The parameter, when you are defining the events at that point of time itself, you can exporting, and you know that it always supports the pass by value. So for pass by value, see, if you simply put like this, ev underscore times type int1, then it is by default pass by reference. Okay, it is by default pass by reference. Okay, but it does not support pass by reference, so you will have to give a value addition over here. So in method also we do like this. So let's suppose you have this method, a method event raiser, and here if you want to have, you know, so but method supports both pass by value and pass by reference. So you can see that here you will not get any error. Exporting some parameter, param1 type int1, you can see that here this is pass by reference or pass by value. Who will tell? This is pass by reference. If you think it is pass by reference, just type PR. Yeah, good, very good. It's pass by reference, correct? Because no value addition is there. So method supports both. And if you want to make it pass by value, you can put like this in method also. And this is now your pass by value. Okay. This is event eraser method, correct? So in event eraser method, I would require one importing parameter, right? So just putting it as a pass by reference maybe. So importing im underscore times type int1. This is done. Here this will be always pass by value. Very important interview question from the object oriented point of view, right? Event supports only pass by value. Pass by reference plus pass by value, both in methods. And now this is fine. And when you are having this, particular exporting parameter, the handler method is bark, right? So for this also, you have to, define this inside the handler method. So the for handler method, whatever the exporting is there, it will become importing. Okay. So EV and name will be same. You have to give the same name, importing EV underscore types. We have seen in the global class, I have shown you, right? Same thing. Okay. And other things looks good. Check the syntax. Some error is there, yes, because while raising also you'll have to pass the exporting parameter, right? By default it is mandatory. So ev underscore times equals to im underscore times. For this event underscore raiser, I have defined one importing parameter im underscore times. So in this I will get that value and I will put it. Check the syntax now. And here also you can pass some value. So give one parameters p underscore times type int1 and this p underscore times we can pass. So directly we can pass like this also, or you can put like ev underscore times equals to p underscore time. This both way is fine, right? Check the syntax. So I think ev underscore times is not, it's im underscore times. This is the parameter I have defined. Okay? So either you don't give this one, that is also fine. It will by default assign to the exporting parameter, right? So if you check the syntax, then also fine. And if you put like this also, then also it is fine, right? Activate this one. And now it looks okay. So just press F8. I have hit the dog 10 times. Okay. So it should tell that dog has been hidden 10 times, right? So dog started barking, right? And inside the bark method, are we using any, see here, importing parameter ev underscore times? So that ev underscore times we can use that how many times a dog has been hit, right? And now it will come out, right? Dog started barking, and that parameter, if you want to print, you can, because it was hit, how many times it was hit. For bark, what is the parameter? ev underscore times, right? ev underscore times, comma, and it looks good. Now check the syntax, activate this one, activate, and run it once again. This time it will tell that 10 times dog was hit, and that's why it is barking, right? Press F8. Dog started barking because it was hit 10 times. Times also you could have added. Okay. So hope you got the idea in the local class also what we do. Now the interesting part comes. What happens sometimes, see, dog was hit. Dog was hit. When the dog was hit, first it may start bark. After again you have hit the dog, right? Let's suppose, or let's suppose if you have hit so many times that dog started barking, and after that started crying, and then after that it started weeping. So three methods you can see over here, right? So one action hitting the dog, but the method is three. So when you raise one method, this three, when you raise one event, three methods should trigger. How to do this? Real-time example, if you take over here, when you approve the purchase order, let's suppose you are project manager, right? And when you approve the purchase order, what will happen? PO will be release PO, and then after releasing the PO, you would like that your PO should be automatically sent to the vendor. So send the PO to vendor, right? So here you can see that. Here you can see that the two action we are performing when you are approving the PO. So approving PO is a event, and after raising this event, PO is getting released and sending the PO to the vendor. Similarly, you can have multiple action attached with a particular event, right? So let us see how to achieve. The way I'm going to achieve this dog was it, in the same way you have to achieve this one also, right? Nothing more than this. Just the extra coding and all, of course, BAPI will have to use for the releasing the PO. For sending the email, again, you will have to use some utility class or function module, right? Fine. Now, method must you have to define. Let's go and define the method. So methods, what's the another methods after the bark? What I have told, crying. Okay, so cry for event in the same way. Okay, hit the dog of cl underscore main. No importing parameter over here. You can have the importing parameter if you want, because you can see that for this particular event. So we have to give because already it is there. So if you give it, it will be good so that we can use. Otherwise, if you don't want, you I think you can keep it optional also. Okay, we can check it in this method. Whipping for event hit the dog of CL underscore main. So here just I'm leaving this, importing parameter here I'm not using, though I'm using the same event. Let us see if it gives some error. Okay, this implementation we have to do right inside the dog implementation. So method, what cry and whip, right? Cry and method and method. So right over here, dog started crying, right? Color 5. And here dog started weeping, color 6, let's suppose. Okay, pretty printer, check the syntax. You can see that there is no error. So this particular parameter declaration inside this method is optional. So though the event can have the parameter, but the event handler, it is not necessary that it should have the importing parameter, right? There is no error, it's working fine, correct? Now my question is, when you are raising the event, right here you can see that we are raising the event, raise event, all this method bark, cry, weep should call, right? At this moment, if you see, just press F8, if you see only one method is getting called, dog started barking because it was hit 10, right? I want to call all this, right? How system parameters of two different classes. This is the system program, how it has been designed, Sandeep. Okay, this is the system program, how it has been designed. So we are already telling, right? This is the bark, this is the cry, this is the weep. We are telling to the events. Everything is linked with each other. And the other thing, this is designed in such a way that what's your doubt? I'm not getting exactly how system is identifying parameters of two different classes. Yeah, this is the internal programming, this is the system programming, how it is done. So if some event is there, right, and if the event handler method is there and we are linking, right, you can see that for event of class we are linking. So even just simply if you give the name of the parameter, system will understand, okay, internally it is checking whatever the parameter with the event is there, the same name it should. You won't be able to give the different name. See, if you give the different name, I have already shown you in the global class, right? Here I'm giving this, it will give you the error, right? Not allowed. Same name you should have, right? Got the point? Okay, now the question comes over here, how the other methods will trigger. Any idea who will give this answer? Any guesses? I want to trigger all those methods, cry and weep also, right? What do you think? Simple, right? We have to register those methods, correct? We have to, yes, we have to register those methods. Getting the point? As say bark is getting triggered, why? Because we have registered over here, correct? Similarly, cry and weep also we have to register with these events, correct? For this instance events. Am I making sense to you guys, or it's going away? Fine. So just Control D. Here I will write cry, and here I will write weep. That's it. And now it will start working. And in what sequence it is going to get called? Any idea? In what sequence it is going to get called? So see, first this one is registered. Second, this one is registered. And third, this one is registered. So first your bark will be called. Second, your cry will be called. And third, your weep will be called. The sequence in which the registration have taken place, in the same sequence, it is going to, what? Yeah, it is going to be called. Clear? Good. So just activate this one, and this time all these should printed. Okay, all these should printed. Press F8, give 10, press F8, and you can see that dog started barking because it was hit 10 times, dog started crying, and dog started weeping. All these three methods are getting called. Clear? Okay. Yeah, registration is taking place for all these three methods. So I would not say that it is like perform, but yes, the way, like the thing is that you should understand uh, the way whatever you feel. Okay, you can understand, but this is the concept. The sequence in which it is registered, in the same way it is going to get called. Now, let's suppose if you have the 10 different instances or 100 different instances, would you like to go and declare in this way? Right? Here you can see that for geo underscore event demo, geo underscore event demo, geo underscore event demo. If it is the single one, that is fine, correct? If it is the single one, let's suppose, let me keep it simple. Okay, only one method, right? Here you have the 3 or 4 instances. Okay, and you want to call 1, 2, 3, like this you want to call, right, in the program. So again you have to write like, set handler demo 1, 2, and 3, right? So 3 times I have to put the set handler for instance this and this. Apart from this, right, check the syntax, there is no problem, right? It's fine, it's fine. But the problem what we are having over here, we are defining it four times. So we can do in a single statement also, that is possible. Okay, all this event registration with all the instances here, you can see that 1, 2, 3, and 4, we are having the 4 instances over here. So event registration can be done with all the instances in one go. How? Here just what you have to do, that here you have to write for all instances. That's it, for all instances. And once you write that, you don't have to write all these things. Okay, and automatically for everything it's going to get triggered. So let me show you. So what I will do, I will comment this one first, and I will uncomment all these 3, and I will show you the result. Right, so what will be the result? 4 times bark method will be printed, right? 4 times bark method will be printed, correct? Because the 4 times method is getting called. So if you run this one and just run this, you can see that 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? 4 times it is getting printed because the 4 different instances is raising the event. So 4 times bark will be triggered, correct? Making sense, right? Now what I will do that I will comment this. Okay, I will comment this and I will enable this one. So again, it's going to work in the same way. Okay, because all the instances I have activated this one. So if you press F8 again, you are going to get the same 4 output. See here, again same 4 output, right? Now tell me one simple question. I'm going to comment this and I'm going to enable only these two. How many times I will get the output? Any idea? Just write here in the chat box. Very good, Pavakar. Pavakar is telling to anyone else is having any other answer apart from 2. So everyone is 2. Let's go and verify. So your answer is correct. Press F8 and give this 10 and press F8. You can see that 2 times it's coming. So you got the concept, right? Now let's suppose what I'm going to do that I'm going to comment all this and uncomment this. So it will print 4 times now. Now what I want to do that I just want to trigger for these and I don't want to trigger for other two. Okay, I want to deregister the event. Okay, so for deregistering, what you can do that at last you can put activation space. That's it. So what will happen? Your event will be deregistered. Your event will be deregistered. Check the syntax, activate this one. And now if you press F8, see, it will only show for first two. Okay, these two. Now you tell me how many times it will give you the result, means that print. Very good, one time only, right? Because this is only there before deregistration, correct? And now you tell me how many times it will give me the result. It will print the, now here we have the 3 and after deregistration we have a 1. So it will give 3. Very good. So you got the concept, right? Oscar is telling 2. Oscar, why you are telling 2? It will be 3, right? Here you can see that before deregistration we are calling it 3 times, so it will print 3. You got the Oscar point? Good. So activate this one, activate this and press F8, this 10 and press F8. You can see 3 times it's calling. I will show you quickly in the debugger how it's working. Press F8 and press F8. See, I'm calling this one. Here it has been registered for everything, right? Calling raise event, right? As soon you are raising, it's calling this bark method, come here. And now the second event raiser method, raise event, again it's going to the bark and again it's raising over to the third statement, event raiser coming over here, and it's, you can see that, right? And now we are deregistering. So as soon as now you are going to deregister, this bark, this time it will not call and it will simply come out, and it's coming out. See, it's telling that I'm going back, right? And it has come back. Now one more thing, from the syntax point of view, instead of a space you can simply write abap underscore false. Okay, you can, instead of this space, you can simply write this abap underscore false. This will also work in the same way. Okay, so if you activate this, also will work in the same way. Okay, okay, 3 output again you are getting. So these were some important concept in the events, and I believe you understood the concept of event. If you have any question, just go ahead and ask. I'm going to put on unmute. Okay, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question if you have. Sandeep is telling, is it possible to give this code in training page just for future reference? These codes, this system access you are already having, so you will be able to get this access. If you want, you can simply get this one, or what I can do that I will get all the code collected together, whatever, and maybe I will ask the SAPR to share with you. Okay, this is what, or you have this system access. Fine. So any other question? No question, right? If you don't have any question, I will explain the assignment which you are supposed to do. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you go to the code, please, in the system?
Mm-hmm.
What I saw here, you have parameters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Importing EV times in the two first methods, bark and cry. And
Line
whip
number.
doesn't have
Line number. Can you tell
parameter.
me line number?
Line 20, 19, 20, and 21.
Mm-hmm.
19 and 20 have important parameter, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you call the events in the
Mm-hmm.
repo, are you calling only bark?
No, see, I'm not using this EV underscore times. That's the only thing. Otherwise, so this cry is registered with the hit the dog, right?
Okay.
This cry is registered with the hit the dog. So if you want to use this particular import parameter, you can use in this way. So here you can put it and it will start printing here also. So here in VIP you don't have this parameter, right?
Yeah, this is my question.
So here it will give you the error. So just I'm going to remove this, but
Okay.
here we
Okay.
can
What
use
is?
it. Got the point? Activate this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only pass parameter with the
Hmm.
method that has a parameter, right?
Right. So here I'm using, and now it will.
Now, I have one additional question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay, when you are going to in the route 59, we
59.
register, right? We register
Hmm.
go event demo 1, demo
Hmm.
2, and demo 2.
Hmm.
All these are calling to the same event, right?
Same event. Yeah,
The
but the
same event.
different. Yeah, same event name is same, but here actually event name is same, but they have the different. These are different instances, right?
Different instance memory. That's it, right? But we are
Different
going to
memory. These
call.
are the different objects. Name is same,
Okay.
but the object is different. Yeah, please tell me now.
Mm-hmm. So these four will be calling the same event, right? In the
Right.
event, we have these three methods, right?
Right.
We are going to, but in the 77, you say 100 for go underscore dog bar, right? So go underscore bar is only one method, right? We are going to always call the same method, right? We are not calling here the other method like a cry or a whip, right?
Yeah, only one method we are registering over
Okay.
here.
Yep.
So if you want to call the another method, we have to give the another method. We have to register the cry and weep. Okay.
Okay, that's what my confusion. Thank you.
Got na? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, Pankaj, this is Venkat.
Yeah, Venkat.
Will the behavior of a static event is same as instance, because for is not allowed for set handler, right?
Yeah.
So will for our
Behavior is going
instances
to be same, Venkat.
Okay.
Only the syntax part it will remain, but technically, if you think, the like here, different object we are having, right?
Yeah.
Different object we are having, different object. In a static one, it automatically will start referring to, because that is the static event, right? That's the static. Static means even you are having the different object, it is going to point to the same event, right? Means the static attribute, as we know, right?
So
for
is not allowed, right?
is not that only from the syntax point of view, that is the difference. Otherwise, behavior is going to be same. Okay.
But for all instances is allowed, right?
No, in a static it will not allow.
Okay, for all instances it's not. So we can only handle.
Simply you have to. So, for example, if you just mark it over here, just give this as a class event, okay? Class events. So this for will now not allow. It will give you the error. See, for not allowed. But behavior, it's going to be same. If you just remove this, and here also for will be not allowed. Okay. So behavior is going to be same, but okay.
Pankaj, if the method is also static, then
if method is also static, then in the same way you will have to handle. Okay. So method is static, then through the instance you will not be able to access the method, right?
yes.
So you have to give the class name and then the method name and this like this. Okay.
Only this change.
The only this change. Other thing is going to be same. Other thing is going to be same. You got Venkat, right? Behavior, you can see that it's the same. Even the its class events, still the output is going to remain same. See, 3 times it is coming because why? 3 times I have written it over here. And even if you put it over here also, it's going to give you the 4 times. Okay.
Pankaj, but you didn't use there the for all instance, right?
Where? I have commented this for all instances. Because now I have marked this as a static event, right? Say for a static event, for is means for is you don't have to give the for addition is not required for static events. So if your event is a static, you don't have to give the for addition. By default, it is going to be there for all the instances. See that I have commented because now my event is what? A static event.
Okay. So for instance, it's not required.
For is not required. For all
static is not. Yeah, for static is not required to get that for all instances.
True. For a static event, for addition is not required. Okay. So 2 events. Now let's suppose you do this experiment and please tell me in the next class. Here, let's suppose if you have one static event and another you have one instance event, how will be the behavior? Okay, just think on this and come in the next class. We'll discuss for 5 minutes and then we will go ahead. And before wrapping up our today's session, I will give you one assignment over here. One real-time assignment, just try to do or else I will solve it for you. Okay. It's a simple one. You don't have to go and write the BAPI and all those things. You have to implement the concept. What you have to do, that you have to create one class. Okay. DAY10 in that class you have to create a event raiser method called create PO. This create PO, inside this create PO you have to write raise event approve PO. Okay. So what basically we want to do that when you are creating the PO, automatically you are raising an event for PO approval. When this event is getting triggered, another 2 method is getting triggered: approve PO by manager and approve PO by project manager. So first this method need to be triggered, approve PO by manager. So hey, in this method just you have to write the statement, write PO got approved by manager, and here you have to write PO got approved by project manager. You don't have to use a BAPI and all, it's just simple, means just you have to implement this event concept. Okay, and this you can say that this is the event handler method, right? So you have to register first this one, and then you have to register this, so that first this will get triggered and then this will get triggered. At the last of in this method itself, at the end you have to raise the event release PO. Once project manager will approve this PO, your PO will be released and automatically it will send the mail. So another sending mail functionality is there in another class called ZCL underscore email. So you have to write the statement inside this method using the right statement, that email sent to vendor. That's it. So please, did you understand the assignment? Did you get the assignment? Is it clear? Right? It's a simple, right? It's a simple. Just from here you have to start, and all these things, these three, this creating PA method, this event. So whatever I have put in the arrow, this is the event. Here you have two events. One is this event and another is this event. You have two events, and other in the blue is there in the method. Okay, and we have two
one
classes.
Class, 4 methods,
Right. Yeah.
One event, 3 methods. That's okay. One event, 2 events here, and we have 3 methods and 1 class.
You have the 4 methods basically from the 2 different classes, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, right?
4.
Yeah, but this method is the method of class CL underscore email.
So Pankaj's approved POM project manager will be another event raiser method.
Approve PO
by project manager.
Right.
Will be another event raiser, right? Because it is raising another event.
Here you have to write at the end of this, so once project manager will approve this PO, then at last you write it over here, raise,
Right. Got it.
Got the point? Yeah.
Yes.
Here actually you have to write raise release PO, raise event release PO.
Right.
So at last you have to write it. Just give a try. Otherwise, I will help you to do this. I will do it for you. Okay. So take this as a, yeah.
So this part is similar like by example, approved by a PO by manager is like the BARC method. The other could be the CRY method. Is the same way we are seeing in the course today.
What's your question, Oscar?
You asked us to create a class, right? By example, it could be the class adopt, and we have 2 methods. One is bar, the other cry, right? It's similar to the
correct.
PO
So what you,
PO.
I will tell you. Here you create ZCL underscore PO, okay? And here you create ZCL underscore email. In email, you put one method called send email, okay? Send email. This is the event handler method, okay? Send email will be your event handler method of the event, and in the main class itself, you define the 3 different methods. So one is create PO, another is approve with manager, and another is approve with project manager. Approve with project manager. So these 3, one method is this one, second method is this one, and third method is this one. And here event also you have to declare for 4th event is a release PO, okay? This release PO event should be means in the send email should be event handler of the release PO, because whenever you are releasing the PO, you are triggering the email to the vendor, right? So you have to write send email for event release PO of class ZCL underscore PO, right? Yeah, that's the, I only use the right statement how I'm doing. You don't have to use the BAPI and all those things. Okay, keep it simple. Just you have to demonstrate the concept. Okay. Ranga, which one you want me to explain, Ranga? This, the one which I have. Can you tell me? Be specific. You can unmute, Ranga, from your side. You are not audible if you are speaking. I'm not able to hear you, Ranga.
Can you go up, please?
Okay, fine. So Oscar or anyone?
Can you go to the top of the code? Did you save it? You didn't
Yeah,
save it, right?
it's saved, I think. Yeah. Fine, then let's stop over here and we will meet on Monday. Try to complete this assignment. Maybe this assignment you will not get through the email, but you will get this PPT and I have explained the assignment. Please follow this procedure and try to complete this one. Okay, so it might not be documented, this assignment, but in class I'm giving you this assignment and try to complete this and submit in the Monday class. You can directly discuss with me, you can show to me. Okay. Yeah, Monday we are going to discuss the singleton design pattern, most probably. Let me check Monday what we are going to discuss. I will give you an idea. Yes, Monday we are going to do that. Design pattern, different types of design patterns. Singleton we are going to see. And one example I will show you for singleton. Factory already I have shown you. MVC in the next class. Then we are having the facade and template design pattern. Then we will be taking one example of procedural programming and converting into the object-oriented way. Some one or two example. We will see the time, at least one I will be able to show you. Okay, in the coming classes. Then ALB we are going to learn. Okay. So this much. Okay.
Okay, so it's pending two weeks, right?
Right. 10 more classes to go. Okay. Fine then. Thank you very much for attending the session and let's meet on Monday, India Monday morning at 7:30.
Question. I mean, did we discuss persistence class? I mean, I
No,
missed
persistence is not here, but if you want to learn about persistence, just what you can do, I've created one video on the persistence class. You can go to YouTube and just search over there. Pankaj persistence. Pankaj Kumar persistence class. And if you have any doubt, feel free to discuss. Here, this is the persistence class. Other people also, you can see some SHR online, they have also discussed. For me also, I have put it persistence classes. So you can refer any of the videos, and if you have any doubt, you can ask to me. Okay. And see this object-oriented programming questions and answer. You will be having the playlist, complete playlist for questions and answer. Or maybe I will be giving you from my LMS that complete questions and answer. Once I will talk with the SAPR, then I will be giving you the access for complete questions and answer series of OOPS. It will help you to prepare in your interview questions and answer. Okay. Fine then. Yeah, welcome. Let's stop our session and meet in the next class. Bye-bye.
Okay. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.